listening to Catholic Chicago on WNDZ 750 AM. Every Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., the Archdiocese of Chicago presents programming about the people, events, and issues that touch our lives. Thanks for letting us be part of your morning. Now again, Catholic Chicago.
Good morning and welcome to the Voice of Charity. I'm Katie Bredemann, filling in for Marie Jochum today, and we'd like to remind everybody that you can follow the Voice of Charity on radio, WNDZ FM, 750 AM radio, and we're also live streaming on YouTube and Facebook through the account of the Archdiocese of Chicago. It's Catholic Chicago. So we hope that you all join us, and we have a great show for you today. Last year at this time, a wonderful annual tradition in Lake County had to be postponed due to the pandemic. I'm talking about the Charities Golf Classic that gathers hundreds of golfers at 2 world-class courses in support of Catholic Charities Lake County services. I'm delighted to share with you that the Charities Golf Classic has returned in 2021, and the organizers of this great event can't wait to see everyone reunited again on July 19th for a day of fun for a fabulous cause. A few modifications are being made to comply with our state and CDC COVID recommendations to keep the guests, staff, and volunteers safe throughout the day. With me today to share all the details are Matt Davis, who is the co-chairman of the 2021 Charities Golf Classic, along with Tim Finnegan and John Brinkerhoff. Ashley Styx, Catholic Charities Program Director for Community Casework in Lake County, also joins me to tell me more about how the proceeds of this event will help Catholic Charities clients. Welcome, Matt and Ashley.
Thank you, Katie.
Thanks so much for being with me this morning. Ashley, can I start with you? Can you please give us an update about Lake County services and how our clients, are receiving help now that this pandemic has been with us for over a year now?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to share some updates on how our programs have been doing over the past year. One thing that we're really seeing overall, the theme we're seeing is that there's an increased need, this past year for those that are most vulnerable, while we're also seeing families having to reach out for assistance for the first time because of COVID-related needs. The biggest needs that we're seeing still throughout this year are financial assistance and food insecurities, and we're happy to say that our Lake County services have played a very integral role of providing these services to our community during the pandemic. Our food pantry services have remained open Monday through Friday under safe, socially distanced procedures. We actually even opened a new food pantry in Round Lake this past fall to help better serve that area of the county. Our emergency assistance program has been vital to the homeless prevention cause in Lake County. We've actually distributed over $1 million of rental assistance, COVID-specific rental assistance, to over 500 families who otherwise would have become homeless during this pandemic. We also have our housing programs to work with those who either are homeless or who have been homeless or are newly homeless, working to rehouse them. So our rapid rehousing program has also been very vital during the pandemic. They've received additional funding to serve 3 times the amount of families as they were before the COVID pandemic. And a lot of our other programs, too, beyond our financial assistance and housing programs, have also been doing such great work. Our family self-sufficiency program that focuses on single parents, their main efforts have been focused on employment issues, as you can, expect a lot of people losing their jobs during the pandemic. Our HIV program has really focused with our clients on health adherence and medication regimen, since they are more vulnerable to and susceptible to the COVID disease at this time. And our community center has done great work with the immigrants in our community. They've actually received a few grants throughout the year specifically for immigrants, which has been great, because a lot of what we're seeing is that, especially regards to financial assistance to help keep immigrants housed, is that they're not eligible for unemployment benefits or some of the stimulus packages that others have received. So the work that they're doing has been just phenomenal. And our counseling services, which, as you can guess, mental health counseling is such a great need right now when everyone's trying to navigate all of the extra challenges that they're facing during the pandemic. They've really put together a very successful telehealth model for their services to make sure that they can still help all of their clients to the best of their ability. So overall, our programs have been doing such great work, and we're just very proud of how they've handled everything during this pandemic.
And can I also add, youth mentoring and veteran services are also significant service areas in Lake County, aren't they?
Absolutely. So our youth mentoring program, as you can guess, this is uncharted waters for everybody, but especially for our youth. They don't, fully understand or grasp what's going on. So to have a mentor during this time to help them through the challenges and all the changes that they're facing is just incredibly vital during the pandemic. And our veteran service program, our programs have services for both housing and employment assistance for those who are veterans. And as you can, again, imagine, housing and employment are two huge areas that have been greatly impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. So having that support from the program here at Catholic Charities has been very beneficial to them.
I give you and your colleagues so much credit, Ashley. It's been such a difficult year, and the fact that you've been able to continue to provide that many services, helping people in so many different ways throughout the pandemic, is just really a credit to you and your colleagues. I give you so much salute and applause for all you've been able to do when you and your families have also been juggling the challenges of the pandemic. If anyone listening or viewing on the show right now, Ashley, is in need, can you please remind everybody what the best way would be for them to reach out and contact us for help?
Sure. I have a couple of numbers to provide depending on exactly what the assistance is. So our main number is always a great go-to number, and our main number in Lake County is 847-782-4000. If someone is looking specifically for financial assistance, our emergency assistance program does have an intake line. Right now, because we're working both in the office and remotely, it's actually two numbers, so I can provide both of those for you as well. The one in the office is 847-782-4100, and that currently has a staff member on it Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., or they can reach someone as well at 847-254-2226 every day of the week except for Thursday from 9 a.m. to 12 and 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Ashley, for reminding everybody how they can reach out and contact us if they're in need. We're going to take a quick break here on The Voice of Charity, and when we're back, we'll be thrilled to bring in Matt Davis and hear about the Charities Golf Classic for this year.
Catholic Charities After Supper Visions program helps guests of our Tuesday night supper program develop their skills as photographers. Unique talent has been discovered as the artists capture Chicago's world-class landmarks and natural settings in new and beautiful ways. On Friday, June 4th at 5 p.m., After Supper Visions will host a free virtual 30-minute program to celebrate all of the artists' achievements. Hear from the artists and see the striking photos that rival those of any art gallery in Chicago. Join us. To RSVP, call 312-655-7932. That's 312-655-7932. Or visit AfterSupperVisions.com. At After Supper Visions, we're developing film, talent, and hope.
The Word Made Clear is exactly what its name implies. It's an easy-to-understand explanation of the Word of God, the Gospel. Hello, I'm Father James McElhone, Director of Biblical Formation for the Archdiocese of Chicago. I'd like to invite you to take our free online Bible study program by going to thewordmadeclear.org. Our website offers an audio-based guide to the Gospels of Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John. Listen to my lectures and follow along with the handouts provided. There are even discussion guides. You can also explore the biblical roots of the Mass. And there are links to a wide variety of biblical sources that will benefit both teachers and students of the sacred scriptures. Just go to wordmadeclear.org to experience our free online Bible study program. Again, it's free at wordmadeclear.org. It's the Word of God. Enjoy.
Welcome back to the Voice of Charity. I'm Katie Bredemann, filling in for Marie Jokum today, and I'm here with Ashley Styx and Matt Davis talking about the 2021 Charities Golf Classic. Matt, thank you so much for all your dedication to Catholic Charities. We're so glad that the outing can continue again this year. Can you please share with us a little bit about the history of the event and the details for this year's outing?
Absolutely, Katie. And first of all, thank you so much for having me. It's great to have a forum to talk about our event. So I along with my co-chairs, John Brinkerhoff and Tim Finnegan, are delighted to be able to host our event again this year after having to take a year off from COVID last year. And having to cancel the event last year was particularly devastating, given the increased need in our community. So you really felt like you were being squeezed on both ends. On the one hand, it's been a fantastic fundraiser over the years that's been able to raise a lot of money for Catholic Charities of Lake County. So obviously those numbers were down, but the need was through the roof. So we really felt like we couldn't perform for the community, and we're really excited this year that we can be back in business. So this will be the 27th Annual Charities Golf Classic. We've been able to hold it every year on two fantastic North Shore golf courses, both Shore Acres in Lake Bluff and the Knollwood Club in Lake Forest. It's a lot of people, kind of from our community, and we're trying to kind of cast the net wider and wider and get more and more participants. We're excited to be able to have the event again. The great thing about a golf outing is it's outside, so we're not. While we're certainly concerned and mindful of COVID restrictions, it's a lot easier to navigate when all your participants are outside. We've made, fortunately, just had to make some modest changes. Probably really the biggest change is that we're not having an indoor dinner banquet at the conclusion of the event. We're just going to have outdoor cocktails. And, probably the biggest component of the fundraising of this event has been the paddle raise, which is typically done during dinner. So we've gotten what we think is a little creative this year. We're going to have effectively an on-course paddle raise over the course of the event, and we're looking forward to everybody's generosity, and we hope to do a great job for Catholic Charities of Lake County this year.
And there's a number of special features about this event that really make it one of the, must-attend golf outings in Chicago every summer in the beautiful two courses that you mentioned. Can you tell us what some of those special events are during the day?
Well, I think we try to look. We want people to come out and enjoy a beautiful day with their friends, family, coworkers, clients, whatever the case might happen to be. We've been blessed, and if I can ask for anything, just everybody please pray for great weather. We've been fortunate to have really good weather for the last number of years, as long as I can remember. So knock on wood, that continues. People are able to sponsor the event, sponsor holes. There's signage. There's on-course skills competitions, straightest drive, longest putt, things like that. We've been able to rely on and benefit from sponsorship from places like Canals Auto and Steve Foley, who have cars on the golf course for par threes in case somebody's lucky enough to get a hole in one. And so it's just a lot of people in the community that help make this a great and unique event.
It really sounds like a fantastic event to attend or participate as a sponsor. Can you share with our viewers and our listeners how they can contact us if they'd like to either attend or look into sponsorships?
So online is probably the easiest way to get access to the form to sign up. So if you go to Catholic Charities of Lake County, you can certainly reach out to me directly, and I'll share my phone number, which is 312-401-0133. My personal email is matt@gmail.com. But again, it's very easy to navigate through the Catholic Charities website to find our event, the Charities Golf Classic, 27th Annual. And there it's clearly laid out the different sponsorship opportunities and sign in for golfers. So I really encourage, ideally people try to put foursomes together. If you're just a single golfer, feel free. We'll find a group to put you with, and we guarantee you're going to have a great day.
And registration is open now. Am I correct?
That's correct. We're
Wonderful.
already starting to gather foursomes. It's hard to believe it's only 2 months away. So yeah, I encourage you to sign up now, particularly if you have a course that you'd like to play. We want to make sure if you have a preference, we can get you where you want to be.
Sounds great. Thank you, Matt. We're going to take another short break, and we'll be back with the Voice of Charity with Matt Davis and Ashley Styx.
Caring adults make all the difference in the lives of adolescents. Catholic Charities understands this, and our mentorship program provides a free opportunity for youth living in Lake County to spend time, virtually, with volunteers who genuinely care about them. This program is ideal for youths aged 9 to 12 who may need support navigating the challenges of childhood and early adolescence. Our amazing volunteers serve as friends and role models who help youth recognize their strengths and empower them to reach their full potential. Catholic Charities conducts a thorough background check on every volunteer, and our program coordinator closely monitors and supports each relationship. Mentoring is a fun after-school program that is totally different from remote learning. Virtual group sessions help youth enjoy fun activities with their peers, too. We're connecting youth with great role models. Join us today. To learn more, call 312-937-3375. That's 312-937-3375.
Hello, I'm Cardinal Blaise Supich. I got my COVID-19 vaccination, and you should too. It took just a few seconds and was painless. The Food and Drug Administration determined the new vaccines are safe and effective. And the Holy See, as well as the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops, has concluded getting the COVID-19 vaccine is an act of love of our neighbor and part of our moral responsibility for the common good. We have lived with the pandemic for many months, and I know we're all getting tired of it. Vaccination is one of the most important ways you can protect your health and the lives of those you love, and help bring the pandemic under control. When it is your turn, I urge you to be vaccinated. And remember to do your part by wearing a mask, washing your hands, and watching your distance. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Welcome back to the Voice of Charity. I'm Katie Bredemann, filling in for Marie Jochum today, and I'm talking with Ashley Styx and Matt Davis about the Charities Golf Classic that's coming on Monday, July the 19th. Ashley, you did such a great job in our first segment talking about how you and your colleagues have been continuing to serve clients who come to Catholic Charities for assistance, especially during the pandemic. Can you share a story or two about folks that you've met this year and how Catholic Charities has been able to be there for them in their time of need?
Absolutely. One story I really enjoy sharing with others is because it really highlights how well our programs work together internally. This story is about a client in one of our long-term case management programs, and it happened back at the very beginning of the pandemic. So due to the stay-at-home order, this client wasn't working because the restaurant she worked at closed down, as we all remember, many did. And securing another job was challenging for her due to her immigration status. So eventually, because of that closure, she was in need of rental assistance, and her long-term case manager connected her with our emergency assistance program. And while both of those case managers worked together to get all the necessary documents, this client received the help she needed to maintain her housing. And the client really talked with her long-term case manager after the fact about just how helpful our emergency assistance case manager was. He went above and beyond. He even met her in the community to ensure all of the documents that she needed to sign were done in time, which is not something that they had to do, especially during the pandemic. And the client shared with her long-term case manager that this extra step that the emergency assistance program case manager took really made her feel safe, and it made her feel like she knew everything was eventually going to be okay. Like she could finally see a light at the end of the tunnel after so many months of being really unsure of what was going on and what was going to happen. And so, like I said, I really enjoy sharing this story only because it shows how well our programs work together, but it also shows the dedication of our staff. And this dedication was present before the pandemic, and we've only seen it increase during the pandemic. So that's one of my favorite stories during this pandemic so far.
That's incredibly inspiring, and I can I see that teamwork, even just as you're describing it, that I can hear the teamwork in action. That's really, really, really terrific. Thank you for sharing that with us. Matt, I also just wanted to ask, you and your wife have been so generous to Catholic Charities. Can you share with us how long you've been involved and how you got involved and what you like most about volunteering with Catholic Charities?
Sure. Yeah. So my wife, Chrissy, and I, we've been very proud to be part of the Catholic Charities organization for well over 10 years. When I think about how I got involved in the golf outing, frankly, it's through my good friend John Brinkerhoff, who encouraged me to start by participating in the event, and then sort of help push me to become more involved and help push the event forward. So I think there's just a lot of value in your social network helping you do things that maybe you necessarily wouldn't do, without sort of being pushed to do it. And I think about last year when we were sort of stuck in the throes of the pandemic, and we obviously couldn't have our event. And we were sort of sitting here in our home trying to figure out, we knew there was a great need. What could we do? We started volunteering up at the food pantry in Waukegan. And, I had boys stuck home from school, and we'd go up there and help stock the food pantry. And it was a really it was a humbling experience. You go up there week to week, and particularly in the early innings of the lockdown, it would almost be troubling to see how depleted the food pantry would be week to week. But on the other hand, it was always heartening to see how many donations of food there were to restock that pantry. And then as time wore on, and we would go up and continue to be heartened by seeing still plenty of need, but maybe the pantry wasn't quite as bare as it was the week before, as people were able to recover from lockdown and the pandemic. So I think to partner with Catholic Charities has been very rewarding for me and my family in many ways, and it's a wonderful thing to be able to be a part of.
And how many years have you been involved in the golf outing?
Well, it's hard to count. It's certainly been over 10, and then I think I've been sharing it along with John and Tim for the last 4 or 5. You really go back 27 years, and the vision of Mike and Susie Hoke that started the first golf outing, and it just sort of kept rumbling along, and the success of it you can see as there are other golf outings in the area in support of Catholic Charities. So I think it's proven to be a fantastic format to get people involved and donating much needed funds.
Well, I know that with golf outings, it's always the show's going to go on no matter what. But I know that in addition to all your planning, you're also probably hoping for good weather. Am I right?
That's absolutely right. I mentioned it before. Really, we've been so fortunate, and if I can ask anybody to pray for one thing, pray for good weather on July 19th.
Understood.
Playing in the rain is not quite as fun.
Understood. Matt and Ashley, you've sure made me want to come to this golf outing in support of Lake County Services. Just as a reminder to everybody, that event is on July 19th, and early registration is open. You can go to CatholicCharities.net/events to sign up. And also, if you want more information to learn about sponsorships, call 847-814-3839. Again, that's 847-814-3839. Matt and Ashley, thank you so much for being on The Voice of Charity today. We're so grateful for all that each of you do for Catholic Charities, and we hope that this golf outing is a huge success this year. We also invite all of our listeners and viewers back again next Tuesday for another edition of The Voice of Charity. For now, this is Katie Bredemann wishing you a happy and safe week from everyone at Catholic Charities.
Join us every Monday through Friday at this time for Catholic Chicago. You can stream our programs live or listen to past programs by visiting our website, archchicago.org, and clicking on Radio TV. And please connect with Catholic Chicago on social media.